Marshals are set. Here we go. 10 minutes at the tone. Carlos and Lewis running neck to neck, side by side as they come into the drop-in, down the short chute. 1 and 2. They're going to fight like this for 10 minutes. Carlos getting kind of crossed up, allowing Lewis to get out in front. Lewis crossing the line first, right in front of Carlos. Felipe in the 3. Chris Mahfood in the 4. Lewis putting a little bit of gap. Carlos closes that gap in 2 seconds. Lewis coming around in the rhythm section. Carlos right behind him. He does risk reward jumping. It definitely helped Carlos. Lewis still staying out in front. Carlos closing that gap. Rick Jacob up to the 3. Michael in the 4. So now you got Carlos out in the 1. Lewis in the 2. Rick Jacob in the 3. Mike in the 4. Everybody freight training through the rhythm section, coming through nice and smooth. Carlos still ahead of that freight train as he comes into the drop-in. Hitting the double. Lewis coming into the drop-in right now. We got carnage on the dog leg.
9.
Everybody's going to get mixed up, and that's going to allow Carlos to just spread the gap even further. Lewis in the 2, Rick in the 3. Carlos driving the all yellow buggy, the yellow body, yellow rims, black wing.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Carlos coming into the rhythm section, making it look nice and smooth.
9. 1.
Taking the fast, slower way through it. Staying on top of the tables instead of trying to land between them. Carlos gets upside down. That's going to allow Lewis to get next to him. Lewis passes him on the track. Lewis now in the lead. Carlos in the 2.
8 minutes left.
Michael just trying to catch 1 and 2 right now. Lewis in the 1. Carlos in the 2. Here comes Lewis right across the straightaway. Carlos going down the straight as well. Carlos looking to the inside of Lewis. Lewis not allowing that to happen. Carlos looking again. Perez goes a little wide. Carlos right on his tail, drafting his wing a little bit. Oh, he does a hero move and takes both of them out.
Watch here. 3.
That was a risk for both of them, and it did not pay off. That didn't pay off either. He gets upside down. Lewis just holding on to that lead right now. Carlos doing everything he can to just take it from him. We have 7 minutes to go, drivers. 7 minutes to go. Right now, Lewis still showing the way. Carlos in the 2. Mike just trying to close that gap between 1 and 2.
7 minutes left.
1 and 2 keep battling like this, and Michael will find his nose in that battle in a short time. Lewis coming around to the rhythm section.
8, 9.
Carlos doing a risk reward jump. Kind of paying for it again, getting on that tube. Lewis just trying to stretch out that lead. 1 and 2 catching up to lap traffic now. They will probably become a factor.
5, 6.
If you see Lewis and Carlos coming up on you, please let them go. You are being lapped and they're fighting for the win.
9. 3.
Lewis and Carlos on the back. Lewis dropping into the double. Carlos dropping into the double, hitting the double.
4.
I'm not sure who's out in front, but that is a leader in the middle of the pit.
2.
That looks like
6 minutes left. 9.
Lewis just getting by. Carlos just getting by. Everybody getting caught up on lap traffic right now. Lewis getting on the inside. Carlos catching the bad end of that. Guys, if Carlos and Lewis is near you, you're being lapped. Just let them go. Just let them go.
1.
Lewis out in the 1 with clear track in front of him. Carlos trying hard to get that clear track as well.
3.
Carlos catching the tube, getting upside down.
4. 1. 5.
Carlos going through that rhythm section real smooth on that risk reward jump.
7. 3.
Finally lands it perfectly. 3 or 4 more of those, and you'll be right up with Lewis. In the meantime, Lewis out in front, hitting the rhythm section. Table,
4,
jumps off
5
the table,
minutes
nice
left.
and smooth. Carlos, table, jumps off nice and smooth. I'm not sure who this is.
2, 5, 6,
That looks like Kevin.
7,
Yep, thank you, Kevin.
8,
Carlos dropping down now, trying real hard to catch up Lewis. The gap not changing a whole lot.
4,
Carlos doing a double-double through there, closing that gap up a little bit more. Crosses the line with his fastest lap of a 19.9. Lewis's last lap of 21.5. That gap is definitely closing.
8,
I'm not sure where Michael is right now.
3,
Michael just crossing the line right now. Michael sitting in the 3.
1,
1 and 2 going down your straightaway right now. That is Lewis and Carlos. Those are your leaders. Lewis getting it upside down, getting caught on the table. Lewis messing up
7,
again, rolling it a little bit, allowing Carlos to
4
take that lead
minutes
and put a gap on him. We got Chris Mahfood right in the middle of the action of 1 and 2. Lewis coming up behind Chris Mahfood.
4,
Crossing the line right now. Carlos holding on to that lead. Thank you, Chris.
5,
Lewis Perez still holding on to that too. Carlos coming in the short shoot.
7,
Lewis dropping in, getting kind of sideways, and he's upside down. He's got to be marshaled. That's going to allow Carlos to just walk away a little more.
1,
Carlos crossing the line with a 21 flat. We'll see what Lewis's lap time was with that wreck.
2,
That was a 25. A 25. The gap now between the two of them, 6 seconds.
7,
Michael trying real hard to stay in that hunt as well.
1,
Lewis Perez coming into the straight.
4, 2, 3 minutes left.
7 in, 3 minutes to go. Driver 7 in, 3 minutes to go.
8,
This race is starting to gap out a little bit right now. Carlos out
1,
in the 1.
3,
Clicking off some fairly lap times at 21.1.
4,
Lewis at 21.1. Lewis a little faster on that lap. And Lewis is upside down.
4, 2,
Carlos still out in front, going through the rhythm section. Table,
5,
single out.
6,
Michael Alvarez
1,
in the 3. I think that's him upside down right now.
8,
And it looks like his
2
shock is
minutes
broke again. I believe he broke earlier as well.
3,
Carlos
4,
holding on to that one spot, going through the short chute. Right behind Rick Jacobs coming into the table. Table singles out. Whoa!
5,
I don't know what happened there.
1,
I don't know what happened there to Rick, but he just
7,
suddenly went straight up.
8,
Carlos coming through the dog leg. Lewis Perez getting ready to cross the line.
3, 4,
Michael crossing the line. Chris Mahfood moving up to the 3. Michael dropping down to the 4.
7,
Chris Mahfood now in the 3.
8,
Lewis Perez sitting at 2, getting ready to cross the
2, 3, 4,
9 minutes in, 1 minute to go. 9 minutes in, 1 minute to go.
1 minute left. 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3,
Carlos coming into the rhythm section. Lewis Perez getting ready to hit the drop down into the double for the short
4,
shoot.
1,
We got a car upside down right at the end of the rhythm section.
5,
And it's clear. Lewis Perez coming across the start-finish line.
8,
21.1 to Carlos's 21.7.
3,
Gap right now between the two is 9.5 seconds. We are at 20 seconds left, drivers. 20 seconds left. Right now it's Carlos in the 1, Lewis in the 2, Chris Mahfood in the 3, Michael in the 4.
5, 6, 2, 7, 8,
Chris Mahfood getting ready to cross the line with the
3,
blue and orange body,
Race
white
is over.
wing. That is the race when you cross.